Okay, I don't know where Donut went, but it's almost 10 minutes past 6. I'm gonna start with some technical stuff, and hopefully before it gets to his turn, he'll get back. First of all, I'm a dum-dum, and I forgot. So a small retcon regarding like the beginning of the campaign, when you woke up at the beach, you didn't die there. Rather, you didn't die from drowning because I reread it, and because you have Eternal template, you do not need to breathe. Ergo, you cannot drown because of lack of air.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
Now,
they
mind
might have
you-
been smashed. They
now,
might have been
mind you-
smashed up against rocks, but
I
okay.
was going to say that there was still a possibility that you have less consciousness because you hit rocks or basically a huge wave just smack you. So that still like works, but as a whole, like I remember that the basic Eternal template means that you do not have to breathe.
All right.
Do we still need to
Good.
make con saves?
You do not age, eat, sleep, or rather, age is kinda altered in the Eternal Soul. Eat, sleep, need to breathe. And of
Oh, nice.
course, you are immune to magic versions of those effects. So if somebody casts sleep on you, you just shrug it off.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are asking Simon,
If we still need to make con saves and such.
con saves for what?
When we go below zero.
In
I
general
presume.
stuff.
I mean, if you are
Oh.
bleeding out to stabilize, then yeah, sure. But for breathing stuff, no, because you do not need to breathe. Yeah, so that was one technical thing. Another one, to maybe give a little bit description, apart from what I said about Gugrok already, or rather the Goblin Chieftain, the one that has grappling hook with a chain attached to it, and the chain itself is like wrapped, almost like melted into his skin. You can also see, like he definitely seems bulkier, but also at the same time surprisingly swift and mobile at the same time. And even in the chaos of combat, you can see that. I mean, he has like clothes and armor. I mean, he doesn't have like a clear patch of skin. You can see, but you get this weird feeling that even though he walks, you are sure he walks. His legs are kinda. It's get like a weird feeling. Also, another thing, kind of like a technical stuff, mechanic for this particular boss fight, because I cleared some of the tokens, and also there's a lot of various shit, like broken pieces of stuff, basically a lot of rubble, trash laying around, but it is also possible that there might be something useful in it. So one of the mechanics, one of the actions you can do in a combat turn is that if you commit full round action, you can aside from anything else, you can commit a full round action to search for healing potions. Because at the very least there were at least 2 Goblin Rangers that died that had those, but maybe there's also something immediately useful to you inside like this garbage pile.
Alright.
And basically like it's like a perception check. The DC starts at 15. Even if you roll below that, you still get like 1 potion. It's just the increment. There's also like increments. The higher you roll, you might like find more with like 1 full round action. And sorry, something with my throat. And also from technical stuff, I'm not sure if Arzrak and Zilul were doing checks to figure out what the boss can do, or rather what else he has.
I think I failed mine. Not 100%.
However, I saw like one more thing, and I think Zilul might barely seen it, although maybe not exactly. I mean, just for like Zero and Azra can also make knowledge arcana check. Because I forgot to mention, I thought about it, and I think this is like a might be interesting mechanic, and it works thematically for this guy. That there's this like weird thrumming of power coming from like deeper in, and Azrak actually probably would see some outlet out of like some sort of like an altar slash effigy kind of thing. But with those rolls, Azrak like is more focused on immediate threats and enemies around him. That Gugrok, the chieftain. Actually, no, Gugrok introduced himself. I'm pretty sure. Last time I almost critted. Zilol, from this distance and with this roll, I can tell you that this deeper in, like in the lair of this chieftain, this seems sort of like altar, like a either sacrificial altar, even though it looks more like an effigy, or maybe like a totem slash focus of power. Made out of bones. Yeah, made out of bones, not like flesh, but it's like stacked on bones, and the top of it, it tries to have this like stylized goat bone, something with horns, so it gets like this demonic vibe. And the bones itself seem to be barely like vibrating, like thrumming with power. But yeah, with that roll for now I cannot offer more information, as the fight will be progressing and we'll be getting to your like next turns. Some of these checks to identify stuff will be repeatable, like you will be able to retry it. And yeah, in terms of technical stuff, what I wanted to mention at the start, that's all. I will try to remember, and I wrote it down that for this enemy, if he wants to regain his maneuvers, he needs to make a full round action to do so. And for now, he activated his stance. And Axrach has the cursed status for 3 rounds. On itself, it doesn't do anything, but it's an enabler for further... Fucking hell. I was fine the entire day, and now I'm... It's an enabler for more stuff. But yeah, essentially, continuing from last session, you are clearing the caves apparently infested by the goblins in search of survivors from a wrecked ship that you have found on a beach, like 2 or 3 hours journey from here. And yeah, beginning proper turn of combat. The surviving goblin rangers, the one that's engaged with Zixos, I think previous turn he dropped his ranged weapon and he's now fighting Zixos with his spear.
Yeah, I think so too.
And yeah, he's gonna continue doing that, just laughing madly and trying to spear you through your side. Die, heretic!
That's a hit.
Okay. That's not a crit, thankfully.
Alright. 0 HP. Well, I'm, technically still standing, but I have 0 HP.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, thankfully all my stuff is standard action, so I'll slowly 5-foot step my way over to help you guys. That's, yeah.
The ones that are inside near the chieftain, the one's gonna do 5-foot step here, the one here. They are like pulling their bows, and then chieftain like barks at them in goblin, pointing at Axrak. No, this one's mine! And then he will say something in a different tongue. Gugrok, you speak Infernal, yes? Because of your...
Yes. Not
do-
because of, but I learned it because of it, yes.
Okay, do you also speak Abyssal?
I do not.
Okay, so I'm gonna say normally this probably would have been like a role thing, but I'm gonna say because of who you are, because of your background, you do not know what he says exactly, but he definitely uses Abyssal, and he like growls something to his companions, and they are not attacking Zilor nor you, but they seem like, you know, arms, muscles tensed, and arrows ready to strike. But he definitely ordered them to do something. But that's what they are doing for now. Okay, and the other rangers are dead. Okay, so fighters, the one that was received a mighty strike from you. He will laugh and feel this, and then he will try to strike you with his longsword. That doesn't threaten a crit. Does 23 hit you, Gugrok?
23.
And also, I rolled with +5. If he gets any penalties to hit you, tell me.
Yeah, he is hitting on both of those.
Okay, so he strikes you with his longsword. So far, my rolls are interesting.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that 6 was to me, too.
What? No, that 6 was to Zixus.
Yes,
Okay.
I am at 0 HP. Mhm.
Well, then yeah, I take 11.
Alright. This one... He thinks that his partner has it handled. And he wants to carve a path towards the back lines, so he will do something like this. I don't know if he like provokes something.
Yes, he does.
Okay. Mm. 25 is a hit. For 13.
Yep.
Okay, so that strike takes like a chunk of his body. However, he's still standing. He's badly bleeding from multiple like puncture wounds, but he just like roars in pain. And unless that's your thing, like, is this something like a Sentinel from 5th edition that doesn't
Nope.
stop him? Or okay, so he like, you basically take a chunk of his like ribs, but he still, despite bleeding, he still like pushes onwards. And I'm gonna have some barbecue tonight! And he will make an attack against Zilol.
Guess meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah, I was shouting that last time. Okay, so let's see if my rolls will continue to be utter... Oh, I believe 15 misses. Yeah, if Zilol put AC on blue bar, then I'm seeing 20, so that's a miss. Okay, yeah, and everyone else is dead. Zixos.
What was the range of your aura again, Zach?
30 feet.
Alright.
You
In
need
which
to get
case-
15 feet closer.
I mean... I
Yeah.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. How wounded does the goblin in front of me look?
He was just tiny little bit scratched from caltrops, and apart from that, he wasn't really engaged on or wounded previously. So he's essentially at full health.
Mm-hmm. Thought as much. Alright, let's see. I managed to... I lucked out and got my counter this round, but to get 15 feet closer, I gonna have to just move forward, take a counter, and pray for the best. Hmm.
Oh, also, shit, I forgot one more technical thing. Shit, Zero, you back?
Doesn't seem like he's back. Anyway, I'm gonna delay my turn of the Cherok to see what
Alright.
he's gonna doing, because my options are trash.
Alright. Cheruk, your turn.
Six, do you want me to attack your goblins or help Coron with his?
I'm fine over here, by the way.
Alright,
Oh,
then I'll use my full attack to shoot the goblin in front of Sixes twice.
Go for it.
Just hoping for no ones.
I think currently I'm in the best position that I could be right now because they can't get any closer to me without either wasting actions or provoking.
26 and 24 both hit.
So that's 14, 19, 25 damage.
Okay. And suddenly as Zixos, it doesn't even have to duck as two arrows just sail just above his head, and they embed itself in the chest of this goblin, who starts screaming as there's like smell of burning flesh as the fire just starts like because the goblin is dead. Screaming with fire like falls down, screaming and being on fire, it falls down on his side. And I believe that's your turn, Cheruk.
Do you 5 foot step forward?
So Zixos, your turn.
Oh yeah, I can 5 foot step forward.
Okay. Alright. Success contemplating his option, take a sigh of relief as the goblin in front of him falls down. Before looking downwards. Is this a path or is this blocked off?
It's like a barricade that you can like jump over. However, I'm gonna say if you will be like moving here. I mean, okay, this is something that you can go over.
Yeah. Thought that was a bookshelf or something. To be honest.
I mean, it could very well be a bookshelf that's being used as a barricade.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is close enough.
Yeah, when you're moving like here, you can make me a perception check.
Okay.
And let me double check what's the DC to see that.
Why does it say dazzled?
Okay, that's just enough. Okay, you realize that, while you could have jumped over it, you realize that's a camouflaged spike pick trap.
Oh, okay. Good thing I walked up to check how the situation looked. I was like, okay, I'm gonna walk up here and see if I can do something.
Yeah, but like
Literally
barely
walked-
at the last possible moment, the DC for spotting a trap is 20, so you rolled exactly what you need.
Okay, then. Alright. Standing behind Zillow, Success takes another stance and ends his turn. And that's my turn.
Alright. Okay, so the basic gobos, they cannot do shit apart from trying to kill themselves on you, Coron. So
Yeah.
while they're not prone, so they cannot take 5 foot step. So while they try to do that, and they try to move, like that.
Okay. Okay, so they're actually moving. In which case, bump.
Okay, let me check their CMD. Oh no, both are fine. So they end up here, prone.
Yep.
So they didn't actually manage to move whatsoever. Alright. Fuck. Okay. And I believe that's what they can do. Azrak.
Alright, I'm going to... Let's see...
You may, apart from your usual actions, you may reattempt to make a knowledge... martial knowledge check to realize what maneuvers the boss has, and knowledge arcana check to figure out what this fucking thing in the back does.
Another one?
Yeah, you may
Because I failed
retry
them
those
last
two
time.
attacks. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm finally back.
He lives!
Yeah, sadly with an 8, I cannot.
Yeah.
I mean,
know.
it's already clear, you know, that he has Cursed Razor, but apart from what he has specifically, sadly, no. With 12,
It's probably still nothing, honestly.
yeah, it's just...
I'm not a very smart individual.
It's obviously something magical, because it's thrumming with fire, but what it does exactly, you cannot say for now. Okay, so, your regular actions.
Let's see. I will be declaring a Brave Gambit on Gugrok. And I will charge him with a strike that does not provoke from the other guys. So,
Alright.
oof. That's a painful 46.
Okay. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, ouch. Okay, so 23 is a hit for 18 points of damage, I believe.
Yeah. And Zilla, you get +1 damage on your next turn. Or +2 damage on your next turn.
Alright, eat them, Zilol.
And then as a
Nom, nom, nom,
swift
nom.
action, I'm going to swap into my defensive stance.
Alright.
Actually, no, wait, I can't because my gambit's a swift action. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine.
But I do get all of my maneuvers back because I have a high enough modifier for that.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, as you like strike Gugrok, he speaks something in Blasphemous tongue in Abyssal, but he's like smiling in like eager like mad zealotry. He looks slightly injured, but he obviously is out of every goblin present, he's like the biggest, baddest motherfucker.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. So that's your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Zilol.
Time to eat, bite, and tear.
Okay, you wanna starting with this one?
Yep, the one right in front of me.
Okay. We are looking for 16 to hit. 15 miss. 18 hit for 13. That's enough to drop him to 0. So I believe, yeah, that will be enough to like take him out.
Alright, now for the next one.
16, yeah, also a hit for 14, and that's enough to kill the other one.
Alright, and I will take... You know what? I'm not going to move, that way your character can actually get in there, because if I block the door, unless you can go underneath my legs.
I can go underneath your leg. Go forward. Kill them.
Alright. Alright, my little 5-foot step up.
Squeeze your fucking ass in here, Hog!
Alright, and that is my turn.
Alright. Also, Zilol, you may also reattempt your Knowledge Martial and Knowledge Arcana checks.
I'm not even gonna attempt.
Sadly, you cannot figure anything more besides what you already know.
And apparently I don't have Martial on my list.
Yeah, it's like assumed. I mean, it because it doesn't. I think normally, but because you are getting like 1 free rank in knowledge, so you'd also have gotten some basic teachings in that.
I mean, I actually don't have it like listed on my sheet. So
Like
yeah,
a lore underneath linguistics or something like that. You can just add martial there.
Yeah, because that's not normally on a sheet. It just is something that you have to like add manually.
alright. Let's see.
14. Okay, I'm gonna give say that essentially what he's using is called Touch of the Witch, and this is a stance that makes it so that if you hit an enemy with a melee weapon, they become cursed. And in his case, that means for 3 rounds, because that's his initiator level. So that's one thing. Obviously, he has more. But that's his. Let me double check. I'm checking. That's his only stance that he has. Okay, I believe that will be your turn.
Yep.
Alright, Koron.
Okay. Corin is going to bring down the Bandguisarm on this one here,
Alright, go for it.
and +4 to hit with that, so 22
Or
for
-4 to the RAC because prone. Yeah, that hits, no problem. For 9, yeah, that kills them. As the Gisarm just fucking smashes the body into the ground, like pierces it.
Yeah, and then going to 5-foot step action. No, I'm not. I will continue to remain here. And that's my turn.
Alright. So now Gugrok's turn. He feel my might. And the funny thing is about grappling hooks is that on one hand they have 15 feet range, on the other 15 feet reach, on the other they can attack adjacent foes, but that's the thing, they only threaten adjacent squares. So as he like the chains themselves like wrap tightly, and then he like throws from the side at Azrak. However, before he makes an actual attack, he will. Okay, so that's Swift. That's standard. That's this. Yeah, so essentially he's gonna use his strike, and as he's laughing, face my might! You are nothing in front of me! You pathetic green brute! Dive! And then, yes, he's doing his strike.
But you're also green?
He is disparaging him for being less green.
I do
Sounds
see
like
Azrak as more of a grey, so that's fair.
Yeah,
What
and
a
like
rating.
mocking you with like this visible like murder in his eyes. This is a combo that, yeah, sadly, this is what he has, and Azrak was the first one to go through, and I'm like, That's the combo he will be using on.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
I'm the tank, so that's fair.
So as a swift action, he is gonna use his boost. I cannot say what it does. You will figure out in a moment what it does exactly. And as a standard action, he makes his attack with grappling hook. And so let me roll. So that's +7 to hit.
Does it count as a ranged attack?
No.
Okay.
This is a melee weapon, and because he has a feat.
I figured. I was just making sure.
Yeah. And the bad thing about that is that because of the stuff I used. Actually, no. This is fucking against your touch AC.
So
Does
normally,
that miss?
what is my touch? 111.
Essentially, the
No,
attack
my
that he
touch
does.
should be 10.
Essentially, the touch attack. The attack he does is considered a touch attack in this case.
However,
Yep.
I can counter it, and I in fact
Oh.
will.
All right, go for it. Your counter, I assume, is resolved first.
Yeah, my counter is to stop his attack.
Ah, got it.
Blows clashing in midair.
So I also get let's see. Can I roll higher than a 3? I cannot roll. higher.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is crushing.
Oh my lord. By the closest of margins, he manages to strike past your defense. What happens, GM?
All right. So, what happens is that.
Hang on.
Yep. I'm holding.
Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I had a +7 to hit last time. Why is it now +4? That's because I was charging and I had my gambit bonus, but I don't have that anymore because I'm not charging and I don't have a gambit bonus.
Okay.
Damn.
So that's the regular damage from his grappling hook.
Actually, yeah, it's too late. Okay, so take 6.
And because you are cursed and he used this particular strike, then you also take additional.
All right. Got any more?
That's all.
All right. I'm still up.
Yeah. So
Lost your
essentially,
HP.
yeah, essentially,
-8.
for a brief moment, like his. Also, there's also this thing that he may, because he hit you, he may attempt to, as a grappling hook, he may attempt to like do the disarm and trip. Actually, I don't think he can do both.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah, so he will. So as a part, because he like, as the weapon like becomes slightly ethereal, so it doesn't strike your armor, and it like glows with like this violent, volatile energy. He also like goes from the side and around your, slightly below your waistline, and he, apart from tearing a part of your flesh, he like tries to trip you because of the grappling hook. So that's gonna be his CMB. But I don't believe that overcomes your
That is not
CMB.
enough now.
Okay. So, despite the horrendous injuries that you have just sustained, you managed to like hold your ground despite all odds, and almost having enough power to like bypass his strike. And yeah, I need to like remember that he used this stuff, so he pretty much will probably have to spend full round action next time to restore them. Okay, that will be his turn. These guys. Okay, Azrak is nearby, so it's gonna do like that. This one. He's gonna still prepare some stuff. This one will also try to make a 5-foot step like that. I don't know what's your range, Exarch.
My range?
Yeah, because this goblin is doing a 5-foot step
Oh,
like that.
5
So I'm,
foot.
so I'm not sure if it's provoking from me or
And,
not.
and 5 foot step wouldn't provoke anyways.
Oh, right, because you don't have this thing that makes the terrain difficult.
Yeah, no, I'm not a warder.
Okay,
No, it's just me.
alright. So, and they are still like preparing their stuff. Actually, this one will hold. However, this one, seeing that there's a massive hog just trying to force its way through, it's gonna just the arrow will sail through and try to hit the hog in the side with +9 to hit.
Yep. That's a miss.
A miss. Okay, the other one will hold. These fuckers are dead. Cheruk.
Alright. Move 30 feet over here. I can't see.
You can see this one, yeah? You see him.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you
Alright.
can.
In that case,
This is like a partial barricade, so yeah, you can see above.
To hit.
Let's go for something else. 14. 14 sadly is not enough.
Alright. In that case, next turn I'm going to make a full round action to search this area for a potion.
Alright. Zexos, your turn.
Well, let's see. Dun. Are these goblins with bows?
These ones that are present in the chamber with Gugrok, yes.
Which one did shot at the big boar?
This one.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Goodbye, he just vanishes into the wall. Okay then, thank you. Alright, I'm gonna try and finish him off. Success, mostly staggering down the road, comes up to the goblin, and then a quick flash. His hand switches out, unfortunately missing. That's
Yeah.
my turn.
Okay. The last remaining goblin. He will try to stand up. The last remaining regular goblin. So Coron, he will try to stand up.
Boop. And this is against his prone AC
Yeah.
because
Yeah, that's a hit. So we just finish him off.
And the goblin slayer's at it again.
Okay, and the
if
regular.
anyone asks where he's been holding the flank.
It's like stop tormenting them. Just put them out of their misery.
Stop! He's already dead!
Yeah. Coron, do you also speak goblin?
That's a good question. Let me check. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so as they were dying, they were like screaming, "Glory in death! Death will be rewarded!" Yeah, as they're like dying gargles. But yeah, this chamber has been cleared.
Cool.
So yeah, and Azrak, it is your turn again.
Alright.
So that's 6v1.
Mind you, regular gobos are like CR 1/3 or something like that, so...
Yeah.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Also, yeah, you may retry your Knowledge Martial and Arcana checks.
I'll fill them out anyways.
I mean, who knows?
You'll get a 20, I swear.
I don't think I tried them. Oh, you did get a 20.
Okay,
I'm a
so
marshal.
with that Martial, 20. So,
There you go. There's what I was expecting.
Yeah, you do not give a fuck about that magic stuff, but what this guy has. And I'm gonna say, like, you figure out what he used against you, because that hurt. So, what he did essentially, because you are cursed, he used, as a swift action, he used Murderous Spite, which makes it that your next attack, that his attack was against your touch AC, because that was a touch attack. And what he then used as a strike, it was Mockery. That means that cursed target gets like more damaged. Although it is worth noting that this maneuver, Mockery, can also be used against non-cursed targets because it also deals extra damage, but non-cursed target gets 1d6 extra damage, cursed targets get 3d6 extra damage. And you don't give a fuck about that Arcana stuff. Zixos, as you're like stepping in, and I probably should have, like, he will probably use his action to strike at you. But yeah, as you're like stepping in, you get a feeling that this thing framing with power in the back, with the way that is like the sense, the feeling, the gut feeling, is telling you that it has some connection between this altar and like Gugrok, like a focus of power or some sorts. Even though that, as far as you can tell, Gugrok is not a spellcaster himself. He just has these like weird abilities. Okay, so as that was your turn, Zilol.
Alright.
Actually, that one
I'm gonna
has
do
prepared
a-
action, so I'm gonna use that on Zilol actually when he will be stepping in.
Alright, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward. They're right there.
Okay, so this one seeing a huge fucking boar rolling in. He probably trying to hit Heretic, okay, maybe, but then seeing the big enemy is like, meat's back on the menu, boys! And yeah, seeing that you are going for his chip, then yeah, he will unleash his prepared action, which is like a bow strike against you. Rolling with +9 to hit. 14?
That's a miss.
Okay. Yeah, you can continue with your turn.
Alright. Alright. I figured that's within 10, right? Considering how big my character is.
It is.
Alright.
Is it time for you to say meat's back on the menu?
Yep.
I'm always saying nom nom nom.
Let's
So
see,
Zil, you just like push yourself through the opening.
15
and well,
miss.
let's see what you're. Okay.
19 miss.
Oh dear.
21 normally would be a hit, but I'm gonna use immediate action to give you a -4 penalty on attack roll.
All right.
What a bitch.
19 miss.
Alright.
21 is just a hit. Okay, so for 8 and 23 is a hit for 8.
They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. Hit the ground. Run.
All right.
Yeah, that's my turn. I said, get me in close enough. Things get turned ugly.
They don't stop coming, they don't stop coming. Just that.
I just imagine my character just like going all like swinging all around, just flailing.
Spinning around.
Okay, that's your turn.
Running around at
So
the
I
speed of
pretty
sound.
much used everything. Okay. Coron?
Gonna double move and use encouraging roar because I'm a nice boy like that. So, congratulations.
Woohoo!
I think it hits
Okay.
him. It misses whoever's over there.
Me.
Misses Azrak, but it does affect. It affects Chirikand, you know.
Woohoo! That's what I imagine when I fight. It's like that's all I'm doing, just just spin around, just flailing.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Gugrok.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair point actually. Now that I can see him, say they're doing what, some sort of stance was it?
Yeah.
Stance.
You can make a knowledge marshal. Actually, I would
fucking-
imagine that we have shared that knowledge. So, yeah, he had like touch of the witch. Essentially, he has cursed razor discipline.
I would say yes, but my character's also been off on his own.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Roll it.
I'll roll it anyway. Why not? Probably nothing. I don't know how the knowledge martial DC works.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you don't know specifics, but from the general feeling that it's probably cursed razor.
Okay.
But apart from that, like no specifics. Like he called
Marshall
he like
works the same way.
he roared like with that his cursed blade and whatnot. So
Yeah.
For this, Marshall works the same way as Spellcraft.
So is it 10 plus or 15 plus?
15 plus double.
Okay. Well, I don't know shit.
hmm.
Yeah, that's my turn.
So how dead am I?
Extremely.
Actually, I need to figure this out.
Well, you can't die, so not very.
Well, I can die. I'll just come back.
That's true.
Yeah, but now it's gonna take you longer.
Yes.
Fuck.
But we have two people that have most of their health still.
It's okay. My breakfast just got here.
What was that?
We have two people with most of the health still because they've been on the back lines. I mean, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome, by the way.
We have two people with like 0 or less HP.
All I say is you're welcome.
Okay, because he's he's not stupid. Should I try to go for restoring maneuvers, but
That very much is the
damage.
that is very much the downside of Corey. He doesn't have a lot of killing power. He's just really good at stalling.
Okay, I need to know, Zilol, which squares are you occupying? Like, would that...
Yeah, you're not
that's
one
on
of the
track.
squares. Like you're. There you go.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's because where I was at originally, it's like hard to tell where exactly the square was at with the double lines.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
So it threw me off.
I tried to align to grid, but this particular map was a bitch to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was.
That's when you
Would
switch it to
be.
a hex map and tell everyone "fuck you."
I'm not like used to hexagons. Anyways, if that will be that, so yeah, you're within range. So yeah, Gugrok is doing 5-foot step here, and he will take a breath, and like you see around his neck, he's like gurgling, and then he will unleash his breath weapon.
Uh-oh.
In a 20-foot line, foul-smelling acidic blood spews from his mouth, and it will strike both Zilol and Azrak. Because he's slightly better, essentially, small spoiler, he has advanced template, so his DC for both reflex and fortitude is actually 15. Which Zilol succeeds, Azrak fails, and then also you can make fortitude saves. DC 15 in his case.
I don't want to.
Alright, that's a fail.
I mean,
Six.
Is it going to do more than 3 damage?
Yes.
Then yes, I don't need to make a fortitude save.
Okay. So that's the Damasio. All right.
Now the question is,
Yeah.
does that mean we lose his bonus to being standing up still?
Yes, I no longer generate a diehard aura because I am dead.
Well, fuck.
However,
Yes.
there is one thing. If you look at the, because in the description I didn't like elaborate much what one of the options means. The one that says that you may attach yourself to another guild member.
All right.
So essentially, how that works is
I thought if I used the first one, though, it was just that's it. I'm done for 2d6 days.
2d6 days. What?
It's minutes, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 2d6 minutes. However, normally yes, you would like stand back up. However, the thing about like the third option, that attaching yourself, what does that mean? Obviously, it doesn't give. Let's say, for example, you attach yourself to Zixos, your soul. That doesn't give him more move actions or more main actions. However, if you have something that doesn't require an actual action, like something physical to do, like a strike or something, like for example an aura, or just like some supernatural sort of element that can like buff people, that will like originate from Zixus, if for example you attach yourself to him.
I will put myself on Corrin. So sorry
What?
there, success, but
What?
Rose before Hosio.
You son of a bitch!
Okay, so
It's-
how does that look like? That for Coron and mostly for Coron, but Axar also gets some sort of like if you watch like Pacific Rim when they're like joining the robot. So essentially this is like a small, very quick flashback of various events that happened. So for Coron this is like, he sees similar events that he was part of, but from a different perspective. So like there's a small like jumble of memories.
I was thinking it'd be more like Shadow of Mordor, or my ghost is just kind of following you.
So you just like look over your shoulder and you see your brother there for a second and then nothing, just a wall.
If he starts screaming stuff at me now, we're gonna have issues.
I mean, if you want to I mean, fluff-wise, how does it look from the outside perspective? That's your call. I'm just gonna say that because this is like a joining of souls, so some memory bleed is gonna happen, and then this memory bleed also explains why like Coron can like be like the source of like the origin point of some of the maneuvers and whatnot. I will think about it for like later part of the campaign. I'm thinking that if this like technique on higher levels, the attaching might be in a way that, for example, if on a higher level you attach yourself to someone, then that someone also gets access to your techniques temporarily, as long as your soul is attached to him or her. But for now, that's mostly like passive stuff.
All I'm saying, guys, is I need to start specking into psychic magic, so I can just still cast.
Fucking hell, my...
If it makes you feel better, Matt, I'm not going to do that, so you don't actually have to decide if it would work or not.
I mean... If you get to that bridge, I will cross it, but yeah, one of the things I'm also thinking for a future, if you like get higher level, like joining souls means that, for example, you get the joint pool of feats. So for example, I don't know, did Azrak took combat reflexes?
Nope.
So for example,
I-
if in the future the reverse happens and Koron joins your soul, if you're like on higher level, I'm thinking that this might also give opportunity to like join feats. So as long as
I
Koron
do
is
have powerful maneuvers.